Alright, so what's up everyone? Now welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be summing up my thoughts on the first season of Black Ops Cold War. Now this will include Warzone, but it will not include Modern Warfare because, well, I think Activision actually forgotten that game still exists, but whatever, we'll look past that. But I want to say my thoughts on Cold War can be summed up quite quickly in the reflection of my content on this channel. So if you take a look on my channel, you see that I was actually uploading very consistently when Cold War first launched and into Season 1. And about 2 or 3 weeks into Season 1's launch, I stopped uploading, basically saying I stopped playing the game because I was not enjoying it. And that pretty much sums up Season 1 for me, but we'll get in depth more later on with it. That's just kind of like a general summary, but without wasting more time, let's just get straight into the Cold War multiplayer side of this review. Now, the major things that got added with this season are the 3 new guns, the Groza, the MAC-10, and the Street Sweeper. We got 3 new maps in the form of the Pines, Express, and Raid. We got 2v2 gunfight return from Modern Warfare. We got a new fire team map called Sanatorium. And we got the new prestige system with the prestige shop. Now, that is all the major stuff. That is a good amount of content for the first season, I would say. And obviously, that is, just the major stuff. There's going to be other things like blueprints and bundles and stuff that I've not talked about, and operators. They're not really as major as like guns and maps and stuff. So, credit to Treyarch. They've actually done a very good job with the amount of content we've had this season. However, this game still feels like it's missing something, and I think it's due to the lack of character. And let me explain. So you've got Black Ops 1, right, which is like the first Black Ops game. Obviously, it introduced Woods and Mason. It's set in like the Vietnam era. Very, very good first game. You got Black Ops 2, which is set in the future, very futuristic. You've got, unique kill streaks, unique weapons because of the time period. Black Ops 3 took that a step further. You've got advanced movement, you've got really unique weapons and kill streaks as well. And then you've got Black Ops 4, which is just, I suppose, specialists are quite unique to that game, along with Black Ops 3. And a lack of campaign, I guess. That's quite unique as well. You've also got Black Ops Cold War, which I don't know what's unique about this game, honestly. What sets this game apart from any of the Black Ops game? The fact that it's, the first one to link to Modern Warfare, I guess. I mean, that's quite cool, but I don't know. This game feels very, especially in the gameplay, it feels very, I don't know. It just, I don't know what it is. I can't really explain, but it just feels like it's lacking character, and it's just lacking something. It feels like there's a lack of content, but over time, we're going to have a lot more content added, and that's not really going to be a good excuse anymore, so I don't really know. Now, the guns in this season, I would say, are very unimpressive. It feels like they're following a similar formula to Modern Warfare with the new guns, basically where they add a new assault rifle and a new SMG every season, and then they add like something else, which honestly, if that actually stands true this game, I'm actually done. Because with Modern Warfare, out of the 6 seasons we've had so far, there were 5 assault rifles, and that was really annoying because every single one was fully automatic. Like, don't get me wrong, they had unique purposes, but it just felt so boring and uninspired. Like, every single gun we had was just another full auto assault rifle, another full auto SMG, and it feels like Cold War is following that same formula, because this season we got the Groza MAC-10. The MAC-10, I suppose, is quite unique, has a high fire rate, good mobility or whatever. That's quite a unique gun, but the Groza is just, what is the point in the Groza? Like, where does it fit in the meta? Like, it's like a QBZ, but like, I don't know, like high fire rate or something? I don't even know, honestly. I've barely even used the Groza, so, I mean, yeah, it might be quite a good gun, but it's just there, you know what I mean? It's just kind of there, so, the guns are very unimpressive, and it feels like they're following that with Season 2. Like, hopefully we get some wacky and unique weapons in the future. Like, with Modern Warfare, we had an explosive round sniper rifle. Like, that's cool. But in this game, it just feels like we're going to be getting the same old, same old. Like, with Season 2, we're getting a new AR and SMG. Yay, I guess. That's quite cool. So, yeah. Maps this season were also kind of a letdown too. And that's not because I don't like Raid and Express. I love them both. They're both in Black Ops 2. And the fact that they're one-to-one replicas of the originals are really cool. But the reason I was let down this season is because they're both remasters. And the only new experience that we got this season, the Pines, is not very good. I really do not like the Pines. It feels really weird. Like, if you've got the two-thirds of the map, which is like proper map, and then you just got the middle, which is like a no man's land, and the two sides of the maps have these power positions which can just control the entire middle section of the map, and it just feels like Window Wars, and it's just really boring. LMGs and snipers control the map, and if you want to try and flank with an SMG or something, I suppose you could, but since everyone's camping, you'll probably kill one or two before you die anyway, so it's really not a fun map, to be honest. I really don't like it. Not even for prop hunt. I mean, I don't think prop hunt's very good on it, or even SND, so this map's not great. This isn't a great first experience, and it's cool that we got Raid and Express, don't get me wrong, but I think those are the only things that, in terms of maps that carried this season, those two were the main things, and the Pines is just there, because it's just, no one likes it, it's just not a good map, so massive letdown this season, to be honest. I mean, Raid and Express, once again, are cool. The Pines, the only new map, is just terrible, so yeah, I'll just have to leave that there. I personally don't even play 2v2 or Fireteam, so I can't really tell you if the new maps are that good. I've heard the Fireteam one is very, very good, and 2v2 is just 2v2. I don't really care, to be honest, about either of those two, but I really do not like how they advertised the multiplayer maps this season. They basically said there were 8 new maps, and 4 of them were in 2v2, 1 was Sanatorium in Fireteam, and 3 of them were in 6v6, and I just don't understand that. Like, imagine if they didn't add 2v2, they could have had a whole new map, or maybe even 2 new maps, so we could have had 5 new 6v6 maps, but instead, we got 4 new 2v2 maps for a mode that a very small portion of the player base actually plays. Most of the people who play multiplayer play 6v6. Like, I don't even care. Show me some statistic that proves me wrong, but until then, basically everyone plays 6v6. And obviously, there's going to be people who play Fireteam or 2v2, so you got to give them new content, but the main focus should be 6v6, and I think it's dumb that it's kind of not, but that's just how I feel anyway. Now, the final thing in this multiplayer section is the Prestige system. I really like this new system. I don't know if it's better than the OG Prestige system or not. A lot of people will tell you that it's not, but I would say it's 100% more sustainable over this game's life cycle. With the original Prestige system, you kind of had, you had the free will to go to Prestige Master whenever you wanted, which some people like, but I like the idea of returning back to the game, and it's not like you have to, because it's not like getting to Prestige Master actually unlocks anything or does anything for you. It's just so you can have a cool star next to your name, and for someone like me who likes collector stuff, I think that's a cool idea, because it keeps you coming back every season so I can get that cool star next to my name. And yeah, it sounds a bit dumb. I mean, it is kind of dumb really, but that's the kind of thing that I like, is, something to come back for every season, and that will keep me playing this game, or at least Call of Duty as a whole, until the next game. And I think if they can do that, then they've done a good job with their game. So honestly, some people might not like this Prestige system. I really like it. It's very sustainable over the game's life cycle, and it keeps you coming back, which, that's basically what they want you to do, is keep coming back. So they did a great job with that, I think. Now, next up, we're going to move on from multiplayer now. We're going to talk about zombies a little bit. Now, there's only one major thing to talk about with this, and that is the new map. Now, I say that as if I was expecting a lot to do with zombies this season, but I was actually expecting a lot less. And that's because they didn't announce the new map until a few weeks ago, and the fact that they actually released it in Season 1 is amazing. It was supposed to release Season 2, but they actually just dropped it early during Season 1. And I think this is actually a great move, because I'm not gonna lie, zombies are getting a little bit stale with just the machine. Like, usually with zombies in these Black Ops games, we have like 2 or 3 new maps at launch, and then we start to get the DLC maps. So this game only had 1, and it was a very bare bones basic map. So I think they did a good job, and they made a great decision with moving Firebase Z forwards. Now, what do I think about the actual map? Overall, it's definitely a lot of fun. I've played a decent amount of it, not like a ton or anything, but I've played enough to, I know the map and how it works in general. I've done the Easter egg on it. The Easter egg is very fun, very easy to do as well if you just follow a guide. And yeah, I'd say it's just a great improvement of the OG map. It doesn't really do anything wild or anything. There's not really like any amazing things. Like the Wonder Weapon, the Ray K84, is a very cool Wonder Weapon, but it's not really groundbreaking. And the same with the Mimics and the Manglers. Like, the Mimics are a cool boss zombie. They're, there's a lot of them. But, I think it's a great boss zombie. Like, it's a great addition. And the Manglers, to see them return is very cool, from Grod Crovey. So I think overall they did a great job with this map. a lot of fun, and it keeps the kind of vibe of Cold War Zombies, which is a very casual, fun experience as opposed to a sweat fest of, you know, finding all these little small parts and stuff. It's a very casual, friendly experience, I would say, this iteration of Zombies, which some people don't like, which is fair enough. But I think it's good, and it, you know, if it gives more of the feeling that you can just hop in and have a bit of fun, as opposed to committing 3 hours of your life to doing an Easter egg and following a guide and all that kind of stuff. So I think it is definitely a fun experience. It's a lot more casual. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend you do. Now, finally, we have Warzone. This is definitely the biggest change in this update. This is the biggest thing that dropped, and this is the Cold War integration with Warzone. Now, we got a lot of stuff this season for Warzone. We got the brand new map, Rebirth Island. We got 25 to 30 new guns, which in itself is just mad. We also got all the Cold War bundles in the store. We got all, you know, mastery camos, our first animated camo in Warzone. There was a lot this season, and honestly, at first, it was a massive letdown, I have to say. It was really buggy and unbalanced. The mastery camos looked terrible, and they still do. There was a lot of inconsistencies with it, and it overall was just a real letdown. They basically ruined Warzone with it for a long time, and a lot of people said, you know, they're not going to play Warzone anymore until they fix it, and I think that's fair because it was in a really bad state. But now, over time, they've brought it back. I would say they've definitely brought it back. It's a lot better now. The weapon meta is a lot better. It seems like you can use a lot more stuff and still do as well, which is great. There are a few inconsistencies like level and prestige icons and stuff, but that's just sort of a personal gripe of mine. I hope that in Season 2 they can fix these little inconsistencies, but overall it's a lot less buggy and it's a lot more of a fun experience. I personally love Rebirth. I absolutely love Rebirth. It's a lot of fun. I always prefer the smaller versions of Battle Royale. Like, Mini Royale's a lot of fun. Rebirth is a lot of fun. I prefer the smaller versions of a Battle Royale. And I also hate the new Gulag. I think this is a very common opinion in the community. They need to get rid of this. Just completely get rid of it. There's no point in it. It's not a true Gulag. For a start off, like, the Gulag Showers is a Gulag. This is just a shitty cardboard version of Nuketown. Like, I get there's supposed to be a Cold War integration, but you don't need this. And also, every single time you go to the Gulag, you get the same cutscene, which you can't skip for like 5 to 10 seconds. Then you have to wake up out the chair. Then you have to break out the chair, which is another long cutscene. And then you can run around in it. But before, you could just skip a few second cutscene, and then you'd be there. It's as simple as that. But no, they decided to make this a lot more complicated. And for the first time playing it, this little thing of like, oh, you see the Gulag, and then you go further down, then you get strapped in the chair. It's a cool idea, but after playing it a lot and seeing the same thing over and over and over again, it gets very fucking repetitive, I have to say, and I really do not like this new Gulag. They need to get rid of it, bring back the OG Gulag. Even the experience itself is shit, but even the map itself is shit as well. Like, the map is Nuketown, but the thing is with the Gulag before is that it was like a 2v2 map where it was basically a reflection of itself down the middle, so each side was equal. With this, though, there is a clear advantageous side with this Gulag, and I don't like that at all. It should be a completely even map, but it's not, and I don't like that. So that's about all I have to say with Season 1. Overall, I'm going to give this a score, and I would say I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 5, I'm not sure. And that's being generous, because Warzone is a lot of fun. I've been enjoying that lately. I don't really enjoy standard Battle Royale, but I love Rebirth. I hate the new Gulag, as I just said. Zombies is a lot of fun. That is a great addition, but the Cold War multiplayer is just really lacking, and that's what lets it down the most this season. So hopefully in the next season they can fix, not really fix, but I hope they can add stuff that actually brings me back to play the multiplayer. But I think for now I'm probably gonna stay in Warzone. Hopefully, they release the Modern Warfare content that has been leaked for months in this season. If they do, I'm going to be really happy. I'm going to be playing that all the time. But for now, I'm just going to leave that there. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.